Hello, welcome to today's vlog. I'm gonna take you guys along with me for the day, and I don't normally do vlogs in this style where I'm like actually talking to the camera because, to be honest, it's just not the most practical thing in life when you have young toddlers. But I have some fun things that I want to do today, and I just thought it would be a good time to bring you guys along with me. I just got back from a trip yesterday. I went to Chelsea, Michigan to visit my grandma, and it was such a sweet trip. Here's your reminder: if you still have grandparents on this side of the earth, call them today, go visit them if you're close. It's such a blessing to be able to have a grandma who I can go spend a weekend with. So we did a lot of fun things that involved a lot of like vintage and thrift finding. My grandma used to own an antique shop, and so she is an antique lover, and I brought home like literally a whole car full of stuff. And every time I leave her house, I just feel so inspired, and so I have some projects that I'm hoping to tackle. I have some like housekeeping stuff, just getting the house kind of back into order after being gone. My husband did an amazing job holding down the fort. He always does. And I'm very thankful for him. But you know, just like little tidying things that a mother's touch puts onto a home. So we're gonna be doing that and just kind of getting life back into order after a weekend away. So thanks for joining me, and let's jump into the day. We just finished eating breakfast, and I need to clean up the kitchen. We left so many dishes in the sink last night, which is very unlike us, but we were so tired. Pumpkins! Pumpkins! You found pumpkins? Yeah. But anyway, we have lots of dishes to do. We just like wipe down every surface ever, I feel like. So that is next on the list. And then we are going to do a little craft.
Oh, can you add Jimmy to the story? Hey, make sure you're playing nicely with Sissy. I have great news, and I have not great news. Okay. The great news is that I found our old junk basket.
I knew where it was.
Oh.
Don't hit me.
Well,
You hit me.
Junie, go apologize to your sissy and say I won't hit you again. And then don't hit your sister again. Bad news is I have not found the thing yet. I will keep it.
Are you just wanting to assert that you exist?
Yes.
While I was thrifting and antiquing with my grandma, we went to a garage sale, and I found this set of baking dishes. These are a brand called Fire King, and it's the line Jadeite. That's like this color. And I got all 3 of these dishes for $20. And if you look these up on eBay, they go between like $100 and $200 per dish. To say the least, I got a very good deal. Pan is begging me to make brownies. Maybe we'll add that to the list of things to do today. A couple of book/reading updates. When I was on my little road trip this weekend, I listened to like 1.5 audiobooks. So the first one I listened to was called First Lie Wins. I can't remember the author's name, but it is a thriller, and it was really good. I gave it like 3.5 or 4 stars. which for me, like a 3-star book out of 5 is like, good, that was a good book. I recommend, but it wasn't like crazy or like something that really blew me away. So, but it was very enjoyable and I do recommend it. And then I'm in the middle of The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, which is the first historical fiction book I've ever read. And it's really good, you guys. It deserves the hype. It really does. Last thing that we need to do before we start on the little craft with my girls is getting dinner in the crock pot. I have some like beef sirloin tips that I'm just gonna put in the crock pot with some bone broth and some like taco type seasoning. So I'm gonna add like cumin and chili powder, things like that. And then we're gonna do taco bowls for dinner. So let's do that next. I bought like a large pack of this meat from Costco. And then I just divided it up into smaller Ziploc bags for meals like this. So we're gonna add in 2 packages of meat. This is probably like 1.5 or 2 pounds. And then I'm gonna add in some bone broth. And from here, we'll add seasonings, pepper. I love meals like this because I feel like you get dinner out of the way first thing in the morning. And also I find that meals like this typically last for a few days. Like they're really good reheated. I don't necessarily always love leftovers, but typically meals like this carry really well into the week. So I'm adding garlic powder, add some cumin. I don't measure things when I cook, so I apologize. I measure with my heart. This is some chili powder. Add a bit of smoked paprika. I love the flavor of smoked paprika. And then I'm going to chop up this onion real quick, just into like big chunks for the flavor to carry through. Last thing that we'll do is add salt. I always use Redmond's real salt. I use this both in my personal cooking and for my bakery. And then I'll put this on low for like 8 hours or so, and it'll be ready by around 5 o'clock. I'm about to get my kiddos inside here, but we're gonna do this little pumpkin craft that I just picked up from Target. They were like $5, so it'll be cheap, fun entertainment. Let's check it. This window is constantly dirty because my girls like to come up on the bay window and like bang on the glass, you know, just casual things. So I'm always cleaning this. Also, you can't really see it in the frame, but I need to put this downstairs. We recently got a new printer, which is very exciting. We had like a really old one that was...
Hi!
Hi, Marco.
We're painting a pumpkin.
We are painting a pumpkin, you're right.
We're painting pumpkins.
We had a really old printer that just like didn't work very well, but we're gonna be starting some like preschool stuff with Margot soon. Careful, Junie, use your paintbrush, not your fingers, okay? And we needed a good printer. I also got a laminator, which just makes my organizational heart so happy. So happy. I'm cleaning this window because it's very dirty. I'm gonna clean the outside of it too. Dirty, dirty. For those curious, we got the Epson 2800 printer and it's really great. I will have it added to my Amazon storefront. That's linked below in case you are curious about it. Okay, here's a little bit more of a haul of the things that I got this weekend while I was in Michigan. This is actually not new. I thrifted this a few months ago and still need to hang it, but I think I'm going to do that today because I've waited long enough. It just needs to happen. But these are mostly things from my grandma. So first of all, this very cool piece of driftwood. When my husband saw it, he was like, "Why did you bring a stick into the house?" And I said, "Trust the process. It'll look good. Just gotta trust it." Then I'm not even gonna show you guys all of these, but these are just like a bunch of prints. Like these are some architectural blueprints. And also this Kermit the Frog poster, which my husband was obsessed with. He loves Kermit the Frog. And then I got this cool basket that just has like wire on the bottom that I'm gonna use to hang on the wall, just like for a little bit more dimension to the gallery wall that I wanna do. And then I have all of these photos. Like this is a hand-drawn picture that my grandma had. These are all just cool hand-drawn photos. So I have that. This cute little print about motherhood. This is a really fun one. This is sheet music. You can see if it focuses, and it has artwork done on all of the music, which is kind of fun. These are vintage photos of some people in my family, some of my grandma's relatives from the year 1910. They were at a zoo in Michigan, so that's really fun. This is actually real silver that was from my family. So like this was part of my family's lineage, and my grandma made it into a chalkboard. So I'm gonna hang it on the wall for my girls. This, oh dear, something sticky got on it. I bought this when I was in Michigan, and it's actually an embroidery, and it just has like a bunch of different herbs and spices on it, which is so beautiful. I love it. And then I got this for free on the side of the road. How cool is this? I can't wait to hang this as well. I got this print from a thrift store. It does not have a frame on it, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it quite yet. And then the last one is this really cool drawing that I got from the thrift store as well. So I have lots of stuff to hang on my walls, to say the least. I just got my girls lunch and they're settled down. My youngest is down for her nap. I ate some leftover pot roast, and now I'm eating a little yogurt parfait. I recently started doing something called seed cycling. I'm curious to know if any of you guys have heard this or tried it before, but basically it is where you eat specific seeds during certain parts of your menstrual cycle, and it's supposed to help balance your hormones. And so we'll see what happens. I've been struggling with hormonal acne for the past few months, really ever since we moved. And that's really frustrating, you know, because at the end of the day, there's not really a product that's gonna fix it unless you get to the root cause. So I've just been doing a few things on top of this, and then we'll see how it works. I kind of just like started doing stuff and forgot that I was vlogging because life is life, you know? So I've been hanging up a whole bunch of the artwork that I got from my grandma onto my walls and doing some decorating and organizing. So I'll show you guys what I've done and show you what I have left to do because I'm gonna keep moving on that. I'm gonna finish this and then we will get back into projects. Okay, I just wanna quickly show you guys some of what I've done. So in this corner, I put that little chair there for now, and then I hung the piece of driftwood up above this painting. And then one of the new pieces I have as well is this copper teapot, which I think is so cute. And none of this is really like a permanent home, but I'm just kind of placing things in certain areas. And then over here, I hung these two little sections, this top one, and then the small prints down there. And then I'm gonna be hanging something over here as well to complete the space a little bit. And then on this wall, I hung these two things and the little chalkboard, which I think is so cute. We have some stuff going on over on the fireplace. And then I'm still working on this little area. This is something that we got in Paris on our honeymoon that I need to have framed still. So that is top priority. Okay, friends, I'm going to end the vlog here. I just sat down and to be honest, I'm very tired. I was trying to work on the chalkboard project in the dining room, but then my youngest daughter woke up like halfway through her nap very sad, and I was working on getting her to go back to sleep, which I successfully did, but it really took the wind out of me. So I have not sat down all day. I haven't even read my Bible yet because this morning was just kind of crazy. So I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna read my Bible, and then I'm gonna read a little bit of the other book that I'm reading right now. I'm reading Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. And like I said earlier, I'm also listening to The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. So when I'm like doing stuff around the house, that's when I listen to my audiobook. But I'm going to sit down and rest. And then for the rest of the day, we just have a chiropractor appointment and dinner. And then we have church this evening. We have like a prayer service that we're going to. So I'm going to do that. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm thankful that you're here. If you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe down below. If you're new here, welcome. I make motherhood content, but I also make micro bakery content. I own a bakery out of my house, and I share all of the ins and outs of that. So I also share a lot more on my Instagram. So if you're curious about more real-time life updates, make sure that you follow along there. And I will see you guys in the next one.